Hello and welcome to another painting. So today's painting is going to be based on a Lord of the Rings sort of scene. So it's going to be quite a dark landscape. It's going to be basically two-thirds of it is going to be sky. This half over here, we're going to have a big dead oak tree, just the trunk, the sort of like bottom half of it with some broken limbs on it, and a little bit of dark sort of rough ground here, bush sort of grassy ground. So I've just mixed phthalo blue and white and ended up with a royal blue type colour. And we're going to start with the sky, and it's going to look very messy to start with, but gradually, hopefully, it's going to all come together, and it's going to take about an hour or thereabouts. So here we go with the first application. So it's quite a big fat canvas. This is 20 inch by 20 inch. Not quite sure of how many millimeters that is now. It's probably about what's that, 500 by 500, something like that in millimeters. Anyway, let's start by putting a bit of a splash of color in, and I'll put the camera now focused on the picture itself, or the canvas, rather than me. Incidentally, I've had a few people ask me about my palette. All it is a plastic tray with some kitchen towel, a couple of layers of kitchen towel in the bottom, and this is greaseproof paper, and it's all damp, even the greaseproof paper. Now that keeps the paints from going off. I can use the paints for probably 5 or 6 hours. So here we go with we'll start off with a bit of, it's going to be a very angry sky, so we'll start about here, I think, and we'll put a bit of blue in there, and take it off the canvas, okay, like this. Maybe a bit thicker there, like this. You know, it's going to look a bit messy. Paintings always do when you just start them. And we'll have maybe a bit here, like this. Just a bit of a splodge there, and possibly maybe a little lighter up here. A bit more white with that. And a little bit lighter up there. Just like that. A little different shade in here. A little tiny bit of white through there, I think. Slightly different shade. That will do. Okay, so we've got a little bit of blue there, so now we're going to work quite a bit of magic around that. So just going to put an indication of where my tree trunk is going to be. So what I want to do is just really just sketch it in here, just roughly, like so. This is like a greeny, grey, browny colour, which is, if you look at an oak tree, that is the sort of colour it is. So I'm just coming down here. This is roughly going to be the root system. There's a very big root system on oak trees, sort of like this. Sort of thing. Sort of like that. It's just roughly a sketch, and we'll possibly have a limb out through here, a bit of broken limb through here somewhere. So we'll just gives me an indication of where my tree is. And we might give it a little bit of colour in here. Just start a bit of colour in here. Could make that a bit darker too. Just get a bit of colour in that. Not looking for any detail at the moment. Just to say, well, that's the area that we're going to work with. Just scrub a bit of colour in there. Might be a little lighter in places too. Working basically with brushstrokes up and down on get some sort of, so I'm trying to stay out of the way a little bit as well. Gnarly bit there and a gnarly bit there, possibly a little one there. It's fairly quick painting this actually, it's not, you know, for a small amount of detail you can make it look very detailed, you know, as an end result. Okay, so we've got our rough tree in there. It's going to improve from this, trust me. Right, I've just got a bit of dark grey and a little bit of black. So I'm just going to scrub in to here. I just want to take it up to the edge of the tree. Nice dark sky. This is a cheap old paintbrush that you can get from anywhere. It's not particularly an artist brush. Just scrub it on there, really. Don't paint too much over the blue. I want to keep that there. I actually do prefer to paint larger scenes than I do the smaller type that I have been doing. And a little bit over here. Can you see that? Yes, you can just about see that. Okay, let's just bring that nice line of paint down there like that. That's about it. I think that's as far as we're going to go there. Put a little bit of lighter grey in there, and also over here in different places. Okay, I just want to let that dry just a little tiny bit, and we're going to put some white on there as well, and we're going to do some blending. In actual fact, I'm going to put a little bit of without cleaning my brush, I'm going to put some burgundy in here. Let me see, about there. Possibly through there, touch of green. I think so. Maybe a little bit more. Splodge here and there. And now we're going to leave that at that, and then we're going to put some, start to put some clouds in, I think. So for our purposes, so I'm deliberately scrubbing out some of the darker, so it goes lighter grey, if you notice there. So you get a little bit of contrast. Completely random. That's too white, too much on my brush. Okay, now I've made a mess of that. Let's blur this together and let's see what happens. I might get a slightly larger brush for this. Large coarse brush. Let's get my head out of the way. Okay, so let's maybe a bit coarse. Let's try a smooth brush. Okay, so now I've got it spread around a bit. I can blend it like so. Okay, that's enough for that coarse artist brush. Now I'm going to get my soft blending brush, which is this one here. It's dry, circular motions. Now what you can do, get some paint on your finger, like this, and just it needs to be random. So let's put some more colour into this. Still got a bit of a glare there. I should talk more when I'm actually doing this. Now this is a mixture of burgundy, light grey, and I got some dark grey and black, and I'm sort of dipping the brush into several different colours, so it's sort of coming out a little streaky on here, which is what I'm actually after. Dark over this side maybe. Touch of green into this as well, I think. That's the reddy-ish. Here's the greeny-ish. And they mix on the grey. Okay, so we're just getting some colour on here. Like so. And if you look at the trunk of an old tree, it is a lot of different colours. You know, there's browns and there's, you know, there's mossy greens. And actually, let's put a browny green in here. Bit of grey, bit of darker grey here, like this. So I'm looking for different tones of colours. I don't want them to mix in just one muddy sort of mix, as it were. So a barnacle there. Oh, I've got a limb to put through here too. So I'm going to go into the browny, reddy colour here, and I think we're going to put a limb straight out through there like that. Straight through. All I got is a shiny so I'm standing up to do this now. Bit of grey. Light grey there. So what I'm going to do is actually have him not coming out of the side of the tree, but more from the sort of front edge of the tree here, like that. So not exactly white, but a lighter colour here, which would indicate there's a notch here. There we go. Some more of that. A bit of white there. Lighter colour there, just to indicate that here's a limb. We're going to put this, we're going to make this jagged just there. So I wasn't particularly worried about the sky too much, because I'm actually going to paint over it a bit with some shrubbery. Does it look odd just with one limb there? Should I put another one out through here somewhere? Not exactly opposite, but up through here maybe? Yes, I think that's what we'll do. So I'll get some of that odd colour again. And we'll take it out of here, straight through that way. Nice big limb, like so. I'll take him down. Big limb. Touch of white. Just here to indicate there's a crotch there. I think this video is going to go on a little longer than what I expected, but that might not be a bad thing. I'll cut a bit out. You see that all right? I've got a new program that I'm using on my computer to edit the videos. So I'll try and zoom in a little. And give you a little bit of a close-up of some of the areas that I am doing. That will give this tree trunk some more character in a minute. Like this. Actually see the greens and the reds come to life here a bit now on this tree. Okay. Don't know whether you can you see me down there? No, you can't. This gives a rather interesting effect. Is if you use your brush now, you've got all the colours on there, to just stipple like this to give the Barky effect. Like this. A little bit darker, I think, here in the middle, on this side here. A little bit just here, I think. Okay. Okay, the effect what I'm trying to get now is, well, I'm going to have back here, I'll get this back effect just by stippling my brush and mixing the colours as well on this side. This I want to keep with the brush strokes, so in other words the back has stripped off here and it's just the bare wood as it were, and just the outside here I want the back or a back effect, which hopefully I'm getting just here. And I want to leave that then as though, well, this is the bare wood of the tree. Break that up just a little bit. Here. I've got the brush on its edge now. I'm putting in finer strokes to give it that little bit of a textured look. And get rid of the, I suppose, the broader brush strokes. A little bit of detail in there like this. Make this a hard edge like that. I think that'll do. Oh, bit there. That'll do. That actually is a filbert brush. See, it's rounded but flat. Back on that, leave that as back. Now I just want to put some shrubbery, and well, first of all I'm going to put the ground in here, rough ground, but to do that I think I need some more paint on my palette, because at the moment it's a bit of a mess. It's not very often I show my palette actually. There you go. So I'm just going to turn the camera off and I'm just going to put some more fresh paint on my palette. Okay, so let's get some real dark green. So I'll take some of this, put over here. Like a greeny grey. There's a base colour in here. Just scrub it in. And I'm scrubbing it in because what I'm trying to do here is I want different shades of, or should we say values of green, like so. Light areas, dark areas. Scrub it in there. I don't want to get too much detail at the moment. I just want to get a colour in there. And put a bit of brown in here. Give an indication of the root system pushing up earth. It's a bit quiet at the moment because I'm actually thinking ahead of what I'm going to do next. Dirty green up here. Oh, maybe a little bit. What I'm actually wanting to do is give an indication in a minute of trees over here. I just want to scrub this colour on for the moment. So I'll start talking again in a minute. I've actually just gone and made myself a cup of coffee, and I've come back and had another look at this picture, and I'm not happy. I am not happy with that sky at all. So let's zoom you out. Considering I wanted this to be a real dark, stormy sky, it's too light, too much white in it, and it doesn't fit with what I'm trying to do here. So I'm going to do something drastic, and you know, sort of when you're painting you can do this. So I'm going to choose a brush. What brush should I use? Okay, that one will do nicely. Just dip it in some water because it's dry. And the neighbours just started to mow his grass next door, I think, so I hope I can get this nearly done before he comes my way. So I'm going to get some grey, mix it over here to a lighter shade of grey, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to go darker, get darker. So if you do hear a noise of someone mowing their grass, you know where it is. I don't like that at all. So I'm going to alter it. Like that. And even here it's too much. Darker. Okay. Getting a little happier with it now. A little bit of burgundy in that on the underside of the cloud there, like this. Still got that, oh, what was that? A lump. Get rid of that. So I'm trying to keep my head out of the way as well. Okay, I'm going to do something about this through here too, and that over there. Just don't like it. And get rid of this through here. Ooh, I'll have to get that out later. Okay. Sorry if my head's in the way. You know what they say, red skirt, night shepherd's delight. Well, this shepherd is getting a little bit more happy now. I'm going to get a shot of that. I'm going to get rid of that too. Not happy with it at all. Yep. And we'll make this a bit darker in here too. Bit too much here too. So nothing is set in concrete. You can change at will whatever you want. I rather like that burgundy there. I'll keep that. I'll keep that bit of blue there, and I'll lose this up here. That's fine. Okay. I feel a little happier about it now. I'll lose that bit of blue sky there too. Not happy about that either. There we go. That's better, I think. I'm quite a bit happier with that. Okay, let's start to, I'm going to put some shrubbery in the back over here, and we're going to put some shrubbery in the background. We're going to put another tree here actually I've decided. So this is a very good brush. It's very stiff bristles, and it's a number 8. So what we're going to do, we're going to get some a bit of darkish green and a little bit of brown with it. And make it a sort of a browny type. And what I've just did then was I just tapped the brush into the paint, and I've splayed the bristles a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some shrubbery along the back here, like this. Tree shapes then, bushes along here. All the way along. Maybe another tree here, tree shape. A bit bigger tree, that one. Another one maybe. Just a shape of a tree. A bit more paint on the brush. Just random. Like this. Sort of a hedgerow as well. And then we're going to get some slightly lighter green. This, and just do some highlights. That might be a little loud actually, but it's okay. and a little bit of yellow ochre mixed in with it, like this. Touch more. Have I got you zoomed in enough? Probably not. There we go. Zoom you into the area that I'm actually working. Oh, that was loud. Never mind. Little mistake. Okay. So we'll give an indication now of just a couple of trunks of those trees. Let's get my dagger brush. I'm going to brown. Just, which way around is he? That way around? Just the indication. A little bit too much of an indication, but it's okay. Because I'm going to put another tree here now. So I'm going to mix a bit of brown and a bit of, a bit of brown and a bit of grey together. I'm going to come here, and it's just a smallish tree, and we're going to obliterate that one then. Just like this, not too big, maybe a little bigger, like this. Like that. Brother of this one. Doesn't matter that you can't see these limbs, it's just an indication actually of where the limbs are going to go. Okay. Possibly. Let's get my big artist brush. Now we're going to do some foliage. So it's going to be a dark green, browny colour. And just dip it, just splat in the brush in here. A bit more greener than that, I think. See what I mean about the sky? It didn't really matter. So you put the darker, when you're doing a tree, you put the darker colours on first, like this. I've actually got a better brush for doing this. Just get this. There we go. Much better. What you want to try and do is leave. See how it's giving the leaf effect? There we go. So this is the background colour. See, and it comes all the way down here. And what I try to do is leave some of the background, you know, the clouds in the background, piercing through the tree. Now that's okay, there's the background colour. So now we're going to go to a lighter colour, and let's put that over there somewhere. Okay. Is this flapping a bit, I think. Okay. So now a lighter colour again. And actually putting it on, dragging it down slightly. Can you see that? Probably not. Is that better for you? I mean, sorry about that. So here we go. So how I'm putting this on is I'm dabbing it and pushing it down. Like that. Notice I'm trying to leave some of the colour behind us. So now I'm going into some yellow ochre. Put some highlights on this tree. Not so much over this side, because I've sort of decided that the light is coming in from this side, so I've got to put some shadow in here as well. And notice I am trying to keep some of the sky behind actually piercing through the tree. Just a touch down here. You can't see that, can you? Not very well. So really just a indication of a bit of light. Here. I don't really want to do anything to this one. I'm happy with that tree as it is. I thought I might put a couple of very twiglets, you could say, for want of a better word. So I'll just swing you over a bit and up there like that. So what are we after? We're after browny whitey grey. It's a very thin brush, so I should be able to get a few twigs. Oh, wrong brush to do that with, actually. This is the right one. A dagger brush. I'm going to put some foliage on this too, and possibly here, because this tree isn't actually dead. He's still going. Even though he might be 200 or 300 years old, there's still signs of life with him. I think we'll put another one here, like this. A bit thicker, maybe. He's coming out of here. Just like that. So I'm going to put some greenery on these now. You could call that a chisel brush or a dagger brush. Beautiful for doing detailed work. And let's start back with my... I'll use a different brush this time, which is a hard bristle again, artist brush number 11. Okay, so this one's closer now. So let's get some greeny colour. And this is why I wasn't particularly worried too much about the sky, because I am going to paint over some of it. I don't need too much. Just an indication. Let's go a bit lighter now. And there could be some shrubs behind this tree, couldn't there? Some trees behind it. And also here, tree there. Okay, I could actually do a little more there. Yep. I think I like that better. Okay, let's put some grass in. Okay, so it's the way I normally do grass. I use my number 12 stiff bristled artist brush. Now I use a little bit of yellow ochre, a little bit of brown, more yellow ochre than brown. Just get a little bit on your brush. Okay, and just flick it up like this. A little bit more yellow ochre. All different directions like this. You see that? Yeah. And it sort of mixes in with the colours already on there, and you want it to be streaky like this. Just an indication of colour really there, like that. And you can put a mixture of stipple and flick like this. Might go a little lighter, so I'll put a bit of white with that. Sort of a straw colour. That was a bit loud. Never mind, there's a tuft there then, isn't there? One of those big tufts. And I find the best effect is to flick up rather than down. Like that. And if little marks happen, you know, like this one, well, that just turned into a tuft of grass, which is fine. A little bit more intense down here, I think, at the bottom, like so. And shorter strokes as you go further off into the distant area till it goes into, just melts into what you've already done there. So you get a mixture of colours with you know, a mixture of textures and tones, like this. Maybe a little lighter area there, like so. And over there. You can't see the individual grasses, just really the tones of colour. Okay, I think that's pretty well done. Let's zoom me out for a little bit of a look. I probably could do some more. I could put a mountain back there, but I think at this stage it's pretty well done. I'm sort of happy with it. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. Okay, so that is now finished. It's a very quick painting. I hope you've enjoyed the painting today. Please like and subscribe. And if you really like what I'm doing, you may consider becoming a patron to the channel. So thank you for joining me today, and it's bye for now.